All right, I've talked before about the lack of willpower that people have these days, and with that, the emotional retardation that is so prevalent in people. And I mean that word. I know we're not supposed to say that word anymore. I say it anyway. I just said it. Get over it, because that has to do with what I'm about to talk about, which is learn not to be offended. I'm talking about this in the dictionary definitional sense. People are emotionally retarded. They're stunted. They've not grown beyond infancy in their emotions. This is why people get so offended all the time, so easily. This is why everybody wants to cancel everybody else, because they have never experienced emotional growth beyond their infancy. Why is it that infants cry at every loud noise or at every slight touch that disturbs them? Because they don't know how to react. They don't know how to handle things that make them uncomfortable. And as I was talking about in a previous video on the willpower, you've got to learn to be uncomfortable. That's what life is. This idea that mostly the left is putting out today, that we're trying to create the society where everybody can have all their needs met, guaranteed, and they can just live these comfortable lives, and then they're going to be good people because they're so well cared for and they don't have to worry about anything. That's exactly the opposite of what happens. And it's natural law that it's exactly the opposite of what happens. Natural law in this world, whether you like it or not, is that suffering cultivates strength. Strength of character, strength of body. You can't build your body unless you suffer through training. You can't build your intellect unless you suffer through many books. You can't build your mind and your emotions, your spirit, unless you suffer through hardships, through hard work, through trials, through tribulations. You've got to scratch and claw and build your existence, or it will mean nothing to you. And even if you have everything in the world, you will still be an emotional infant. Stop being so easily triggered by everything around you. Again, learn to sit still, learn to be alone with yourself, and learn to not react to the winds that swirl around you, stirring your thoughts, stirring your feelings. People have learned to identify with their thoughts and their feelings these days. Worse yet, many in the academic realms and the medical realms, psychology and psychiatry, have condoned and helped people along in this simply so they can peddle their drugs and what have you. But we have got to learn to be uncomfortable. We have got to learn to take joy in suffering. What do we see in Scripture? Count it all joy when you encounter hardships, trials, sufferings, knowing that you're strengthening your character. This is a fact. We are built this way. It doesn't matter if you don't like it. Just as you send someone into space for an extended period of time, and they come back and they can't even walk because their bones have gotten weaker. The bones are built such that the more pressure you put on them, the stronger they become. And this carries on to every aspect of our lives. The more pressure is put upon you, the stronger you become. Don't whine and cry about things that are difficult for you. Go out there and create what you want. Fortify your willpower. Be confident and strong and focused in yourself. And go forth and accomplish what you need to do. Raging and throwing a temper tantrum about everything that offends you, everything that's opposed to your way of thought, everything that makes you uncomfortable, is infantile. And you will never progress on the path of training. You will never progress in your life. And most importantly, you will not develop spiritually if you don't learn to be uncomfortable. If you don't learn to be still within yourself, to not jump out and react to every provocation that comes along. So we have to cultivate stillness, cultivate inner strength, inner stability, inner willpower, so that we can be ourselves regardless of what happens around us. We're not tossed around in the winds of our thoughts. We're not tossed in the waters of our emotions. We are strong, solid, stable pillars that can endure all things that come our way. And in doing so, we become stronger, we become more mature, and better able to accomplish our goals, to be our true, authentic selves.